Welcome, Soul Family. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I love you guys so much. So as you can see, today is Friday morning, guys, at 6:58 a.m., the 26th of June 2026. So good morning, fellow traders. So, as you can see, I'm not in any positions right now because I decided last night to close my positions before I went to bed because I can't keep monitoring it and trying to close it at the ideal position and follow momentum and whatnot. At some point, sometimes you got to decide, hey, maybe I should take my trades here and call it a day. Because, okay, I'll show you what happened yesterday. Yesterday was the 25th. Okay. We closed the day out on $3.24 profits. So, hey, man, a W is a W. I'm not going to complain about closing out in profits. As you can see, there was a whole lot of trades that we took that I explained, and I added some yesterday. But basically, we got stopped out on GBP USD here, as you can see, because on our re-entries, some of our re-entries, because there was a huge liquidity sweep last night at some point. So perhaps we should be trading these during the London session. Well, I did trade it during the London session. It did dip, and then during the New York session, I tried to trade it again and it dipped again, right? So, no, and then, yeah, it kind of took us out and then it dipped again and we got profits again on it. So, yeah, I took out all my positions, decided, you know what, just gonna have to call it a night here. And that's what I did. So, I had gold trades I had to close as well, I had USD JPY trades I had to close. And yeah, so before I went to bed, Euro USD trades, that was my hedge. USD, yeah, so I have a bunch of trades here. These are all from yesterday, right? So $3.24 profit for the day, which is great. And which is pretty good, right? So, as you can see, all sorts of trades. The small profits add up, guys. The tiny numbers add up, right? So, it's all about the trade. It's not necessarily about the number, it's about the skill, right? Trading a micro account teaches you how to manage risk, how to manage money. So all these small amounts in terms of percentages are pretty big, right? Or it made sense to close them at that point. Whether it was in profit because the market momentum shifted, or whether it was taking partial profits. So do not be fooled by that, right? Just because you're used to dollars or used to your currency, you kind of forget that that value of that currency is worth a lot in different countries around the world. And it's all about the actual value of what it can buy you, right? The real wealth. So anyway, for today's trades, guys, Euro USD is going to be one of our trades today. We're waiting for a trade to sell this, guys, because multiple of our AI agents actually have told us we should be selling the Euro USD, and I'll tell you why in a moment, right? Well, obviously, we all know the USD numbers came out yesterday. The GBP is good for the US, the CPI is good for the US. The hawkish governor, we know, is probably going to increase rates in the long term. So we know that US is strengthening, right? And so for that reason, USD is strong, right? For now. And then let's see the euro. Okay. Uno momento, guys. Hmm. Let's see. The euro has plunged over 2.8% of its monthly highs, breaking critical technical support to trade down. Uh-huh. And concurrently, USD shift has surged over 6.5% off its yearly lows. But anyway, so guys, there's an opportunity here again. As you know, we've been trading this all week, and it's great, right? So what's probably gonna happen here, right? My guess, right? London session is gonna open in like 2 hours. As you can see, we've closed back above here for Euro USD, right? So my guess is we'll probably take these stop losses out here, right, for whoever's already selling, right, and get them out. Then at that point, if I see a momentum shift going back down, that's when I'll come in with my Euro USD sells, right? So that's me basically betting on the dollar because I believe in the USD strength. So I'm selling euros, I'm buying dollars, right? But anyway, that is one of the reasons, right? It's not the only reason. There's also, so we can choose to trade the dollar on multiple pairs where it makes the most sense to, right? Another one is GBP USD that we could be trading right now, for example, right? So GBP USD, same story, guys, as you can see, where because of the USD strength and right now the pound's prime minister resigned, so it's a bit of political instability there. We're gonna wait for the same story. Basically, what I saw on Euro USD, the same applies here, right? So probably we're gonna see this break above here, go sweep out these stop losses here, potentially even more, potentially even higher. But then eventually, once it starts turning back down in, we'll wait for maybe the hourly or something, and to close back below. And then we will follow the momentum going back down, right? So that will be one of our USD trades. And then on the other hand, we may want to hedge, right? We may want to hedge. So we're going to sell GBP USD. That's one of our USD trades. We're going to sell Euro USD. That's another one of our Euro USD, another one of our USD trades, right? So there's multiple ways to bet on the dollar, right, guys? Another way to bet on the dollar could be to buy USD JPY, for example, which I might add as well, actually. I might add some hedges, right? So, no, actually, if I wanted to hedge against the dollar, I'd have to sell USD JPY. But another way to bet for the dollar, to bet dollar strength, is to trade USD JPY right now because, as you can see, we still have room to go. Since USD is strong compared to JPY right now in the long term, right? Although you can see it broke down below here, which might be a false trade right now for to get some liquidity. It broke down below here, right? So now if it breaks back up here, we're going to take buys because we know that from this level to this level, roundabout here, there's buying opportunity because the Bank of Japan is going to come in here. Up here is where the Bank of Japan levels are, right? There, this is where the Bank of Japan traders are. So, but from here to here, or from any level below here, going up to there, we have some room for USD buys for the current USD strength. Okay, but up here, the Bank of Japan is going to come in with their freaking capital and just probably tank this. I don't know when we're going to break these levels, when we decide, when the Bank of Japan decides, or whatever. But maybe at some point we go to new highs, right? And then maybe they can't keep it under this level. Let's find out, right? Let's find out, guys. Let's find out. So that's my USD JPY buy potential setup, right? Do I want to be selling USD JPY as a potential hedge? I would sell it as a hedge if it was up here, maybe. If I was at these levels with the Bank of Japan, I could potentially consider selling it as a hedge, although there is not much of a stop loss because this is at all-time highs. So, and then there's the gold trade, guys. You could use gold to trade against the dollar as well, right? Because of the safe haven narrative, although that's pretty debatable, I must admit, as I've explained in my previous video. Because gold, right? Gold is cool, right? It's a safe haven asset, right? So during wars, its value went up because people believe in wars, right? It's a hedge against inflation. Like right now, for example, with petrol prices, inflation is going through the fucking roof. So if you had gold, right, you would have made money. for example, right? Compared to like if you had other currencies or assets over the years, the value of gold went up, right? So in the long term, we know that although we are day trading, so that's a bit of a different perspective. Although we do want to consider the long term bias of gold because it has industrial use, dentistry, technology. It has use in, you see, so gold has some fundamental value, and people buy gold jewelry, you know. So the value of gold, it runs technology in a way, it's quite useful. So I wouldn't want to be selling gold just to buy the dollar. Like that's not the trade I want to be taking. Although I could use it as a hedge against all my USD buyers. This could be a hedge for me, guys. My gold, I could buy gold as a hedge against everything basically. It's a hedge against inflation, hedge against all currencies. I could buy it as a hedge against my USD JPY buys. So I might consider adding it as a hedge because right now, guys, you need to know I'm trading a micro account. That means I'm limited to the major Forex pairs and not these. I can't really trade indexes. I can't trade oil. I can't trade non micro instruments right now, stocks, right? So I have to just use mostly gold, mostly currencies, so because they have gold micro for us here, which is great. So that's what the day is looking like right now, guys. That's a quick trading update for today. And yeah, so I'm waiting for some euro USD sells. I'm waiting for some euro USD sells. I'm waiting for some GBP USD sells. I'm waiting for some USD JPY buys potentially, some euro USD sells, GBP USD sells, some gold buys potentially. USD shift, my uh deep research, one of them agents said that maybe we could buy USD shift potentially, which is the USD versus the Swiss franc, because the Swiss franc has said, several members on the board that are in charge of like devaluing the currency have said that they are willing to. So if we do get a position to buy USD here, we may consider doing that as well. Although there is some stuff to consider here. As I see, there was a bit of a gap there on the daily as at whatever point this is. I don't know what this gap was about over here, as you can see. So maybe we'll first come down, but there could be potential for buying the USD shift, right? If we want to bet on the dollar this way. So it all depends on timing and how it aligns, right? You want to take trades when there's volume and institutional volume and momentum. So during the major trading sessions, right? London session, New York session, I guess like throughout the day there are different sessions happening because the Asian session happens when I'm asleep, right? But I'm awake for London and New York. So I wonder, like, I guess maybe when those particular sessions might mean that, like those people are awake during those hours. So that's when they're reacting to the market. That's when they're making their moves, right? So you just have to observe it and adapt. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll keep you guys updated. I love you guys so, so much. Adios, mi familia del sol.